It was May 27th, 2015, my first Wednesday. The beat shook through my body to my heart, changing my heart's rhythm to match the drums. I was surrounded by people singing their hearts out. UV lights were around us, and heat were emanating from them. That night, everything that was on my mind came out of the mouth of the leading pastor, who I had never met before. He told me to forget my worries, and that I'd be okay. Since then, the church has been my go-to. It shaped and continues to shape me into a better person. On Wednesdays, a group of teens meet up along with one or two pastors. I met a girl named Dolly, and soon through Dolly, Amy. Amy soon became my closest friend at church. We'd talk a boatload. The more I learned about the engaging activities that went on at the church, the more inspired I was to check them out and participate. In addition to those small group meetings, there were parties every other Friday, pool baptisms, babysitting opportunities, and a lot more. I started by going to the children's ministry on Sunday mornings. During my first Sunday visitation, I stood in the shadow of a lovely gigantic swaying curtain wall that split the room in half. At 11:04, a group of people around my age ran onto the stage with excitement. It was Amy along with two girls and two boys who I didn't recognize. They did two choreographed dances on a stage, and a crowd of kids were following most of their movements. In that moment, I knew I wanted to get deeper into the church and deep enough into my faith and confidence to help with things like the motions. After asking as many questions as possible about the events of the church, I knew I also wanted to become as motivated and helpful as everyone else who was helping out. So that day, I talked to a kids pastor. I asked if there was any way to help and become a part of the worship team and the main team called the Dream Team. He let me start by staying at the points booth, which was essentially a table where I stamped attendance cards and prepared homeworks for the kids so they could redeem prizes, like at Chuck E. Cheese. It wasn't necessarily where I wanted to start, but I excitedly and unfailingly did this. I had a short break during when the motions team would go up too, so every Sunday I would stand in the familiar and welcoming shadow of the lovely gigantic swaying curtain wall that split the room in half. And I went from watching with curiosity to on fire with passion and dancing. I learned to worship and express myself there. After a month and a half or so, I was asked to become a part of the worship group in the Dream Team. I accepted automatically. I was very grateful, and I got a new family that day, and I've gotten to watch it grow. After worship, there are small groups for kids. Each group has a leader who taught the weekly lessons. I took the time to connect with each, but one that stood out to me was Samantha. Samantha currently goes to places like Ecuador to spread love and dance with the children, but she also used to go abroad to study fashion and marketing. Things I've loved since I could remember. She gave me helpful information and inspired me to continue to look into my dreams of fashion and marketing while following my dream of traveling to look into the world and spread love. And the group Samantha led was a girl named Ariana. Every Sunday in worship, Ariana dances with the biggest passion. The idea of bringing her into our family was quick, and we jumped on it. She inspires me with just the fire in her spirit alone. Looking back, she's come a long way, and I feel comfort knowing her. I know after college, she'll still be there, leading the way. After many Sundays of being with the kids and my worship family, I learned about missions and VBS, Vacation Bible School. Missions are mission trips from where the youth from my Wednesday meetings go to places like Honduras, New York, and even Belize. VBS was a week-long program that occurred every summer at the church, where we teach the kids lessons in groups and have tons of recreational activities. And as for away-from-home missions, I signed up for Belize. A group around 20 people and I helped build the foundation of not only trust, but a literal church together. We connected with so many children, and we were able to reach through to them with song and artwork such as dancing and a mural, and a bus, and a plane. It was a surreal experience. I'll forever remember one of the little girls I was able to connect with. Her name is Mary Lou. When she was a bit younger than she was at the moment, her foot became twisted, and it healed that way. Despite her circumstance, she would try her best to run, dance in little hops, and play with the other kids. It was amazing to see her come out of her shell, and I knew I was going to meet many more amazing little girls and boys and watch them grow in our VBS back home. Each of the events played a very important part in my life. The Wednesday meetings helped me break out of my shell and started a chain reaction to my growth as a person. I started to talk more to people and was better at my social skills. I was also able to go to Belize and VBS because that first Wednesday I went to church. Belize and VBS taught me how to connect with people I don't usually. As for my lovely gigantic swaying curtain wall, the shadow of the curtain was my life at the time. I was in a darker place. It was my freshman year of high school, and I was lost. The transition was hard on me, but just like By the Curtain, I watched the environment and then slowly but surely was able to leave my show, build my confidence, and learn the motions of schoolwork. Finally becoming a part of the motions team not only helped me learn how to better my teamwork skills, but my leadership skills as well. Having Adriana by my side has helped me realize the love I have for helping people grow with me. And of course, I wouldn't be her mentor or have even signed up for the league